The Object 84! The Object 84! The Object 84! What we got here? How is the tank? By now, it's not spectacular, but I have a 75% crew, so doesn't really says the truth. Yeah, obviously. Oh my god, what was that? No, I don't have the depression! Oh my god, I don't have the depression. The ADD is very weird. And sluggish. To be a light tank, it's tremendously sluggish.
Just get a weaker CR and it's better in every way.
Yeah, there's no way, no reason to get this tank. It doesn't perform good in any way. It's not fair! This tank sucks and I don't deserve to play such tank. So you know what? I'll give you a big tip. Sell the Object 84 before to buy it. Okay.
One pair of pants later.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, try once more. Couldn't track you. I'm coming. Hello, boy. Are you coming from Illinois? Ah! Yes. You know what? This tank is way better than I was expecting. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Butcher3 and I'm back today with a brand new video. It's light, it's a tier 9, it's Russian and is brand new. Is the Object 84. Is the new tier 9 from the line of the MT25 with the LTG at the tier 7, tier 8 with a lightweight T54. Then Object 84 ending with the T100 LT, which a new video will come very soon about it. But talking about the Object 84, well, as you could see from the intro, the tank was not my favorite one, also because the 75% crew do limitate a lot the skills of the tank, and as well it do really show the downside of the tank, which honestly at the end of the day are not really much. But let's see a video in the meantime that I explain you all the good and the bad of this tank. As I was saying, the bad side of this tank are not much. First of all, we have the mobility. The mobility is not spectacular. The tank with a full crew will go at the end of the day at 65 km forward and 25 km backward, which is not common for every tank to see a 25 km backward. And 65 km forward is pretty speedy. But the bad part of it is the engine power, which stays at 550 horsepower compared, for example, to a Vickers at the same tier with 891. You can easily understand how big is the difference and how much speedy may be a Vickers or a Batchat compared to the Object 84. In fact, the tank moving from steel, it's pretty sluggish. But then, as we said, 65 kilometers are very cool. Also, the shape of the tank looks and is very small, so it's a very tough target to shoot to while it's moving almost at full speed. But still keep in mind how slow is on the stationary movement, so that is a thing that you really have to get used to. Another half bad thing about the tank is that in the game stats you will see the tank has 5 degrees of depression, which honestly is not really the truth. It has 5 degrees of depression, but towards the side of the tank. If you look sideways, the tank has literally 5 degrees of depression, but if you look straight forward or backward, you will have 8 degrees, which do change very shortly. You have just 7 degrees towards the left and the right before that it starts to lose depression. But it's a thing to keep in mind, because if you need more depression, you just stay very straight and point just in front of you. This is a good part in some ways, because the steep frontal angle with 100mm of upper hull will provide you an almost auto ricochet upper hull, and for light tank it's pretty broken. You don't expect a light tank to be a tank that can easily bounce shot, but this tank is very particular in that way. Even the turret is not very thick. In fact, the millimeter stays at 90 millimeters compared to the Vickers Cruiser, same tier. The Vickers Cruiser stays at 127, and we all know it's possible to pen also the turret of a Vickers Cruiser. 90 millimeters is way less, but the shape of the turret makes it very troll. So if you keep moving or you just peekaboo, well, the tank will provide you very strange and welcome bounces that you were not expecting by any means. Of course, sides and rear are very weak, so you still are a light tank, so don't believe you are a T-62A or any other bunker medium. You still are a light tank, so you will be pennable a lot. But, as I said, steep angle all over the top of the sides and on the front upper hull. If you face the enemy and you start to wiggle the tank, that will give you very nice bounces, and this is what you want to rely to, above all when you are in very tough situation. The aim time and the dispersion still are the average over the other light tanks in the same tier. The DPM still stays almost there, is 3% less than the Vickers, 7% more than the Batchat. I mean, it's very average. On the light tank, it stays in the chart with no problem whatsoever. The shell velocity is not spectacular, and the penetration stays at the bottom compared to Vickers and Batchat. It stays at 290 millimeters with the gun rammer and 230 with the Kali, which I do honestly suggest you to use. Also, the spotting range is not great. It stays still at the bottom with 274 meters compared to the Vickers, which stays at 285. So it's not really the tank that you want to use to spot long ranges, but still it's a light tank, as we said, so it's meant to do that no matter what. So my overall opinion about the tank is that this is a tank that's worth to play, and this is a very cool thing, because regarding that we have just 3 light tanks at tier 9, well, have even one of this tank that don't really worth to play, this would be a very bad improvement in the game. Instead, this tank do give to the game another chance to have a very particular tank to choose while you want to have some certain characteristic from the tank. It's very nice. Nothing else to say, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to push the follow button under the video, and don't forget also to come and meet me on Twitch, which I do stream very often, at least every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then you will have the chance to maybe play with me as well, or make your question, discuss with me about tanks and so on. I mean, we can meet each other, and that would be a great time to spend together. All the links to my Twitch account, you can find them in the description down below. There you can find also my Discord link that you can join, and there we can meet each other, and you will be aware of new video on the channel of YouTube or when I start my streaming on Twitch. Now that's really it. I wish you a very good tanking, have a good time, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you on the next video. Bye, Fioi!